do you think you've chosen the wrong subject?
Oh, just that it's so difficult to get a job in sociology.
Well, it's not all that easy in architecture.
Where did you get those?
Oh, John brought them back from Whitby last week.
Why are you always so rude?
Because he's rich.
He's not.
Oh, his father owns great estates.
His father owns a few houses. Anyway, they don't belong to John.
They will.
Sometimes I think you don't even like him.
Oh. Do you know I'm getting middle-aged feet?
Well, they look all right to me.
No, exhausted, flat out and done for. Oh, they're peculiar things.
Feet are feet.
No, the whole thing's peculiar, the whole mechanism, but feet... Well, feet are particularly peculiar.
Well, I think I'll be off in a minute.
Oh, you haven't had a coffee yet.
Will I ever?
Do you know there's a new chap moved in along the way?
You have got water in that thing, I suppose?
Yes, from this morning.
You shouldn't use stale water.
It's just a young bloke, very quiet, doesn't seem to go out much.
How would you know? You are out most of the time yourself.
Sometimes I see him and sometimes I hear him beating out rhythms in there.
What do you do? Listen at the door?
Yes.
You are terrible.
Oh, I've said hello a couple of times and all he does is just disappear into his room as fast as he can go.
Hey, what's all that for?
John's putting up some shelves for me.
Is he any good?
I don't know, I'll find out tonight.
Yes, well, I think I'll move off when he arrives.
Don't be silly. And it's a week's rent in advance, Miss Soames.
Yes, that'll be fine, fine.
There's a £10 deposit against breakages.
Breakages? Returnable, of course, when you leave.
I'll take up your references tomorrow. I have to do that first, you understand?
Hello, Mrs. Lawson. I've come to see Jan. She's great.
Well, I'll let you know tomorrow.
Any joy?
She only wanted to move in tonight, that's all.
Well, you should have let her.
Without checking her references? Oh, yes, we know that's what you'd have done.
Oh, here we go.
One person I let a room to, just one. He paid on the dot and moved in. He's been here a fortnight now, and he's been no trouble at all.
It's not to happen again.
I was only thinking of you.
Oh, yes.
You don't want empty rooms.
I don't want people I know nothing about.
And you'll be complaining when the bills come in.
Clive. Are you listening?
I'm busy.
Stop fiddling with that jewellery.
Setting stones happens to be a highly skilled job.
Oh, so you don't make more money out of it, then?
It's a pity we've got an empty room.
This is my house, and I'll run it my way. You're not to let a room to anybody else without me seeing them first.
You've finished now, have you?
Where are you going?
I'm going to the pub. I'm going to sell some of this stuff.
I've heard that one before.
I met a potential customer the other night.
Oh, go where you like.
I will. Someone's got to make some money if you're going to let rooms go empty. Can you lend me a quid?
£55 weeks ago is now £70. Tin of cocoa.
Hello.
What? Oh,
Oh, it's all right, I can wait. I'll show you a good place to put those. Here. More room on your draining board.
so,
Oh, it's silly, really, but you've been here 2 weeks and we haven't even spoken yet.
no.
My name's Jan. I don't know your name.
What's the difference?
Well, in case the phone went, I wouldn't know who they were asking for. I mean, I wouldn't know who they meant if they said Brian Jackson.
Who's Brian Jackson?
No, I meant if your name were Brian Jackson.
I won't be getting any phone calls.
Well, at least they're honest with the meters here. I was once in a place where the electric meter ticked away even when you weren't using it. You'd have to put 20 pence in before it gave you any power, and then it only gave you 5p's worth.
Real rooks, eh?
Real rooks.
Sort of people you like to stick a nut in.
Stick the nut in?
Yeah, forehead on the nose. Stick a nut in. Smash nose.
Oh, sounds nasty.
Yeah, well, it makes your eyes water.
You go in for that sort of thing, do you?
No, not these days.
Very pleased to hear it. Oh, coming! Would you like to come in and have a coffee?
Oh, no, Charles.
Are you sure?
Yeah, thanks. Tony, with the tea.
Well, I expect I'll be seeing you around then, Tony with the tea.
Yeah, I'll see you around, kid.
See, it didn't affect the architecture.
No.
It stayed Gothic.
I've actually spoken to him. Who? The new fella.
Is that the guy out in the passage?
That's him.
What's he like?
Oh, furtive, aggressive.
Anyway, the same thing
You
happened
might have
in England.
invited him in for coffee.
I did.
There's this
He
place
just
in
said-
Hampshire with Italian arabesques.
Do you think you could arabesque those shelves up for me?
Of course, don't worry. And they're mingled with pinnacles of perpendicular Gothic. You know, I've been thinking about this place, Jan. It's a bit depressing.
I agree. It's not up to the standards of Kensington and Chelsea and all the things that you're used to.
And you take the risk of being raped by strange young men tapping out jazz rhythms.
Smashing.
I just thought, if we got a group of us together, say you, me, Sally and Reg, I thought we could get a place big enough for all of us.
Are you back with Reg again?
Oh, sort of.
Oh, you secretive cow, you never said.
No one else would take him on.
A place for four would cost, though, John.
Of course it would, but there'd be four of us to pay, wouldn't there? And you've been working all summer, stacks of overtime. It would just creases.
Yes, but I have to send some to my mother.
And what about your brother?
Oh, he's been chasing one of his boyfriends across the continent.
Look, let's go out for a drink and talk about it.
John, I'm tired. I've been on my feet 10 hours in the restaurant.
You work too hard.
Oh, John, why are you so thick? My mother needs the money. Your mummy and daddy give you money.
I haven't noticed you eating any less just because I pay for it out of my allowance.
What do you pay for?
Cinema, meals.
When was the last time you paid for a meal? You're so bloody mean we have to go Dutch when we go out.
Now, that's a lie.
Oh, your life is so simple and uncomplicated and you
it's gonna
bore
be a
me.
charming
Then
evening.
go home to your mother.
I think you're right. There's no point in the four of us sharing. No one wants to live with a like you. You want those shelves up?
Nope.
You are in a lousy mood. Has she been like this all day? I'll go out and get something to eat, shall I? Well, what would you like? Chinese?
We've eaten. We get our meals free. It's one of the perks. We'll get as fat as pigs.
I don't want to go out on my own.
Well, you'll have to. You're a big boy now.
Really do put him through it at times, don't you?
Didn't even put the shelves up.
You could hardly expect it. Anyway, I'll see you in the morning.
I don't know how they do it. Who? Waitresses. If I had to do it all the time, I think I'd wear out in a couple of years.
You don't have to come down. You're walking like an old lady as it is.
It's my feet.
Take care.
And you.
Hello, Mark. Yeah, it's me. Yeah, how are you? Hey? No, I'm not in any trouble. Who? Well, what did they want? Well, what did you tell them? No, I expect they just wanted to come round for a chat. Say hello, you know. Yeah, I'll send you some tomorrow. Is the old man working? Yeah, well, listen, keep him out of the booze, all right? Yeah, well, you tell him I'll be down there to stick a nut in. Yeah, don't worry, I'll send you some tomorrow. Hey? No, you can't get hold of me. Well, I'm not on the phone. Hey? I'm ringing from a phone box. No, well, we're sort of in the middle of moving. Yeah, look, I'll be in touch, eh? Yeah, ta-ra.
You been on holiday?
Yeah, that's right.
What's your job?
I'm an engineer.
What, television engineer?
Yeah, telly and all that.
Have you finished with the phone?
Oh, yeah, it's all yours.
Got to phone my brother if he's back. One of his boyfriends is being a real bitch to him. Hello, Tony, are you there? Do you think you could do me a favour?
Yeah, what is it?
I'm sorry to bother you, but my hairdryer's not working, and I wanted you being a television engineer and everything, if you could possibly have a look at it for me. I do realise that a hairdryer isn't a television or a radio.
Well, I'll have a look at it. I don't know much about them, though.
Do you know anything about them?
About as much as I know of Eleanor Troy.
Which is?
Nil.
Well, I've got a bag of tools in my room, borrowed from Clark.
Okay. Have you checked the fuse?
Which fuse?
In the plug.
No. It's very kind of you.
Oh, no, it's nothing.
No, I really do appreciate it.
It's a nice room.
Well, I've done a few things to it.
Oh, I like those.
They were done by a man called Frank Sutcliffe. He was a sort of pioneer of the documentary photograph.
They're all right, those. What's the wood for?
Shelves. Friend's putting them up for me. Unfortunately, though, he's better at classical history.
University, is he?
Yeah, that's right. He's been away all summer writing. He had an article published a few months ago on classical Greek culture and their cities.
Heck, I missed that. Yeah, there you go.
Oh, that's marvellous.
You better try it first. It mightn't work.
Oh, I can't tell you how grateful I am.
You're at university in Hull, then?
Polytechnic. Start again next week. Hey.
Oh. Well, what you been doing, then?
Working in a restaurant.
Oh, yeah. What you been studying at this Polytechnic?
Architecture and building.
Ah. Hey, that's a dead easy job, you know.
Is it?
Yeah, 'cause well, you've got your recess, see? You just have to put a couple of bits of wood there, as supports like, and you rest your shelves on top of it.
Yeah, but would that hold heavy books?
Well, you'd have to screw them in properly. Yeah, do you want me to have a go for you?
Oh, no, really?
I don't mind.
It's a lot of work.
No, it's not.
Well, I couldn't let you do it for nothing.
Oh, no, I don't want anything.
Do you like jazz?
Yeah, how did you know?
Passing by your room. I've heard you sometimes.
Ah. Yeah, I like traditional jazz.
Do you play an instrument?
Me? Talk soft.
Well, why not? There's no reason why you shouldn't play something.
Yeah, well, I don't.
Would you like a coffee?
Are these walls concrete by any chance?
I don't know.
Oh, I shouldn't think they are. No, you can't drill walls in some of these modern flats on account of being concrete.
You must let me give you something.
No, I'm enjoying this.
All right, then. You must let me cook you a meal sometime. You must be fed up with tins.
Yeah, well, they do get you down a bit, you know.
You should have learned to play something.
Me? Oh, I could never have had the lessons.
Why?
Well, we didn't do things like that.
We?
Yeah, the lads. Anyway, we never had any money.
If you'd had the choice, what would you have been?
A choice? Oh, heck, I don't know. A surgeon. Or a scientist. Or a famous jazz man, maybe. Well, not even famous. I just like to play jazz, you know. There was this pub we used to go to. They had great sessions on a Sunday night. Everybody used to go, families with their kids. Little nippers, no bigger than halfpennies. Well, you could get a drink at the bar, like, and then you could go out to Dracula's cave. Well, it was this big room round the back where they had these great sessions. they take the hat round for the old silver collection, you know. If I was short, I had to make myself scarce. But I'd give one I could, like, because well, when you see someone doing something like that, and doing something that they're really good at, and doing it for no bread, well, you want to give something then, don't you? There's this bloke there, he used to play the clarinet, and he used to go. I mean, he'd just go. He was in a world of his own. He wasn't in that big barn of a place of a Sunday dinner time. It must be great, that, to be able to get away from yourself like that.
It's not too late to learn to play something.
No, I'd never get down to it.
Yes, you could. Night classes. I'm sure you could learn.
No, you wouldn't understand. You're still in the learning habit. I gave that up years ago. I don't think I ever started.
You're just being defeatist.
What else do you want this second shelf?
Oh. Can you leave enough room for some of the big books? Look, here you are. Here's one.
How long you've been doing this architecture course then?
Look, here.
Oh, tough.
Yeah. It's looking good.
Yeah, well, we'll get there.
Would you like a biscuit?
No, tough. Now, how long have you been doing this course then?
I'm taking a degree.
We had a kid in our street went to university. It was a quid to speak to the family. And now he went into the law. He didn't go home much after that.
Oh, that's awful.
What is?
People work hard to give their children a good education, and then when they provide them with the opportunity, all it does is, well, it's to separate them, make a sort of gap.
Oh, mind you couldn't blame this fella. I mean, he was a barrister, like. You could hardly expect him to go home with his mum there, could you? I think she was down to bingo most nights. Don't think bingo was his taste, somehow. Are you with me?
Did you leave school at 15?
Too right.
And you went straight into being a television engineer?
No, I did a bit of carpentry first, didn't I?
Really?
Yeah. A year in a lathe factory. Turning legs for tables and chairs. Semi-skilled.
You didn't like it?
No. Well, you ever thought what it's like working on a machine? I didn't even get to chisel the wood. It was all done automatic. I used to watch that machine all day. It turned out leg after leg, all perfect. I mean, much better than any skilled man could do it. And there was me. I was only in the business for a year. And I was doing more production than a fellow with 30 years' experience doing it by hand. Now, they've nearly done away with craft of them scientists. No, that's why I like them.
Why?
Well, because you can see that they're proud to be farmers. You can see the skill just by the way they stand. There's a kind of a roughness in them men. Well, it has to do with contact with the earth, like. You take a photograph of a turner and machine legs, it'd be as dead as a dodo. I never knew there was women architects.
There are women everything.
I never heard of a woman down to mine. I never heard of a woman furnishman.
Have you heard of any architects?
Oh, yeah, there was that Christopher Wren. And there was, Frank Lloyd Wright. And there was that Paulson.
Catholic tastes. Are they your favourites?
Well, I know about Christopher Wren because he went on an outing to St Paul's Cathedral when we were kids. And I know about Frank Lloyd Wright because of that pop song. Oh. And I know about Paulson because I read the newspapers, don't I?
Now, Frank Lloyd Wright once said, well, something like, a house is a machine for living in.
It's a funny way to talk about an house.
Yes, well, it's very difficult to put into words because once you start talking about architecture, you sound pretentious, but a building is a statement without words.
How do you mean?
Oh. Hell's bells.
What's the matter?
Really, it's not working. It's not my day. Look, I hate to ask you, but Do you think you could take the back off and have a look for me? What's wrong?
I don't know how the back comes off of it.
You must know. If you're a television engineer, you must know. You're not, are you?
You ask too many questions. You want to leave people alone if you want to stay out of trouble, you know?
Well, I'm sure you're in some kind of trouble. And if I can do anything to help, you can trust me. I think you're on the run.
You're clever. All right, then who's after me?
The police, I suppose. Oh!
One jerk and you never draw again for the rest of your life.
Oh, now you're kidding.
You sure? Yeah, you're right. I'm on the run. I'm what's known as AWOL.
Hello. Oh, hello.
Hello, this is Tony.
Tony?
Yes, from across the way. My hairdryer broke and he came in and mended it for me.
Very kind.
He started on the shelves, too.
Yeah, the only thing I couldn't do was fix the telly. But I expect she'll tell you about that. Am I right?
Why should you be able to fix it?
Yeah, I'm sorry I couldn't anyway.
Am I interrupting something?
It'd be stupid. I just wanted to find out about him, that's all.
Be careful. You let him in, you'll have him dropping round all the time.
Maybe.
About the other night. I'm sorry.
It was my fault.
Look, let's go out, see a film, have a meal, make up for the row. I pay. No going Dutch.
I'm sorry about that. Look, I must just clear these things up. Sit down. I won't be long.
Oh, West Ham Luton match. Oh, hell.
What is it?
I want to watch the match and the telly's bust. But I thought he said it was broken.
Just forgot to switch on.
Having blokes like that in your room?
What?
The vast majority of women of the rate are attacked in their own homes.
You're full of useful information, you are.
You know, I still think we ought to think about that flat. Had a chat with Reg, he's very keen. So Sally.
John, what's AWOL?
AWOL? Absent without leave, why?
Oh, nothing. I just read it in here.
West Ham were beating Orient 1-0 here at Upton Park.
Ah, boot it.
Husband